Hello and welcome to Doubles and Trebles. We are back and we're here tonight with Pieman and myself looking at the Premier League. Now, we've not spoke about the Premier League on the channel yet, Pieman. We're 7 weeks in. We're a little bit late to the conversation, but the main talking point is the new format. The lineup was pretty straightforward in the end, Joe Cullen being the last one in. But yeah, first things first, talk to me about the new format of the Premier League.
Yeah, well, actually, approaching the halfway point now of the league, I believe we're coming up to night 8 of 16 before we go into the playoffs, etc. So, yeah, fully settled in this format now, and I don't know about you, but I'm really enjoying it. I think it's much needed freshen up for the format, which was kind of dying on itself after a few years of the same old. They've taken out draws out of the equation, so you're always getting a winner. The format of quarterfinal, semi-final, final means it's almost a tournament within the tournament, and it couldn't have gone any better from the PDC's perspective, because the thing that was leveled at them is, okay, this looks good on the flesh, but how's it actually going to work when you're 8 or 10 weeks in and the same people are winning every week and it's boring? Well, that has not been the case, has it? Let's be fair. I mean, week 1, Peter Wright; week 2, Johnny Clayton; week 3, Goey Price; week 4, MVG; week 6, Anderson; week 7, Cullen. So we've had, 6 winners in 7 weeks, MVG winning twice, and I think Wade and Smith, although they haven't won nights, they've both made finals. So everyone has been, everyone's had their moment. If you look at the table the way it is now, and they hand out 5 points to the night winner, even the people at the bottom of that table now, if it was to go and win this Thursday, would find themselves in the top 4. So it's very competitive. Nobody's been outclassed. And while there's clearly players that are in better form than others, that 6-leg short format that we're used to seeing on the Pro Tour really does make for an interesting, you can't categorically rule anyone out on any one night. I mean, Gary Anderson, the night that he turned up and just blitzed everybody, he'd shown very, very little prior to that. But on the night, he was just unplayable, and he was fantastic. Again, last week, missing match starts against Joe Cullen, but suddenly that just seems to have given Anderson a bit of a spark. He reached the Pro Tour final off the back of it, which is very unlike him. And yeah, I think all the players seem to be, although they're having their natural peaks and troughs that you get through a Premier League campaign, they all seem to be showing good form outside of the Premier League for this format. So I think the match sharpness is doing them wonders. Crowds seem to be enjoying it. I can't really fault it.
I love it, Pieman. I mean, with any anything new, particularly in sport, you do need a bit of luck by what goes on in the sporting action, in the ring, on the pitch, on the hockey, as it were. So, like you say, it's gone their way with the spread of results. That certainly helped the PDC. But yeah, it definitely needed it for me. I was someone that was waning of interest in the Premier League. I'm on record saying that on this channel, and this new format has done it for me. From a betting perspective, I used to hate that there was the draw element in there. I know it was different, and it didn't bother me away from the betting. It was something a little bit different, but from a betting perspective, it meant that I did not bet on it, and now I do. Not only can you bet on the games that days in advance, you can also bet on who might win the night or who might win the mini tournament. So that's been really good as well. And like you say, no player has found themselves adrift or losing every week, and every single player so far has made the final, and 6 of the 8 have won a final, as you say. And Van Gerwen's the only one to win 2, and that just adds into the Michael Van Gerwen conversation, which I'm sure we'll come on to in a separate video, Pieman. But yeah, I'm all for it. It's been excellent so far. Really quick format as well. We know them. We're very much used to that format in the Pro Tours, as you know, you and myself are big fans and big. We've got a big interest in the Pro Tours, and this kind of mirrors that. Yeah, it's been absolutely and long may it continue. We're going to be returning with hopefully a weekly preview of the Premier League over the coming weeks. Like Pieman said, we are at the halfway stage, so this was just a quick update really to talk about the Premier League in general. So stay tuned for the next video, which will be previewing week 8.